I just love Oakland. I'm born and raised in Oakland. What I love about Oakland is when it's time for us to come together, we do that.
It's one of the most innovative places that you could come. When you come here, people don't want to leave.
That's what Oakland is. It's the soul of the Bay.
I was shot on my spinal cord due to a drive-by shooting. It was like over 200 bullets that was shot at us that night. I seen the pictures of the car that we were in and it was pretty messed up. I started choking on my blood. That sensation of getting shot, that was the worst feeling that I ever felt.
Not only did I lose my son to the streets, I've lost a nephew. I lost my son's father 30 years ago. And I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say I don't get upset and want to tear stuff up sometimes. Like, I miss my son with a passion.
We're a public health violence prevention organization. What it means is that we're working both upstream and downstream. In terms of downstream, that means that we're there in the immediate aftermath or right before violence is about to happen.
This is what a typical day of a violence interrupter is desired to be. If I can come out, or we can come out and be in our city and see no disturbance or no attitude or no potential violence about to be created or erupt. That's an ideal, perfect day for an interrupter.
Exactly. Like you say, no news is always good news.
Most people, when they think about violence prevention and intervention, they're really thinking about that intervention work. That's the downstream work, what you do immediately around an incident of violence. For us in that area, we have Caught in the Crossfire, which is our hospital-based violence intervention program.
Our Caught in the Crossfire program was created in 1994 by Dean Calhoun and Sherman Spears. Sherman Spears was an African-American man that was caught in the crossfire. He was shot, and now he is still confined to a wheelchair. So he actually went through the process of getting shot, going to the hospital, but needing much more support after he was discharged because his life never looked the same. We have what we call here intervention specialists, which will be equivalent to a case manager that has similar background. Either they have directly been impacted by violence, shot, stabbed, or physically assaulted, or they know a lot of family members or friends that have been impacted, and they want to be able to provide a level of support to these individuals after they are discharged in the hospital. So what does life look like after you were shot and you were in the hospital for 4 months? You lost your job, potentially lost your wife, you're no longer able to be a mobile body, and that's where Youth Alive comes in, and we provide them with those services, right? We sit down with them, we do a home visit, we tell them about our services, let's help you get a job, let's help you write a resume. We really take them from A to Z.
And so ideas sparked internally about like what it would look like if we had a counseling team or a counseling department within Youth Alive that was more the Youth Alive flavor. We believe that anyone who's been exposed to trauma, either directly or indirectly, has healing that they probably should be taking care of. By embracing counseling or therapeutic types of activities, we can begin to heal. The more that people are being able to cope with their unresolved trauma, and now it's becoming resolved trauma, they can have more positive lifestyles, be more present for their kids, for their partners, for their families, for the community. Uniquely, I think at Youth Alive, what we see is a lot of programs that were influenced by actual folks that have been the survivors of violence. One of those being our homicide response program that was spearheaded by Miss Marilyn Washington Harris after the unfortunate homicide of her son.
I will never stop coming until I close my eyes. And once I close them, I still have a foundation at Youth Alive to take on this fight. I still have you guys to take on this fight. We don't have to suffer when people killing our kids.
The Gaddafi Washington Project is a program where we help families who lost loved ones due to violence in Oakland. I've been doing this work for almost 3 years. What we do is once there's a homicide in Oakland, we're contacted directly by OPD, And from there, we get the next of kin. We reach out to the next of kin and we start the process with helping them planning the funeral services or pretty much anything that they need support with. For me, it's very therapeutic. I like helping my community. I like giving back to my community prior to Youth Alive. That's something that I've done already, being that I've experienced that not just in 2017, also in 2013 I lost a brother, and also in 2023 I lost a brother while working at Youth Alive. And what helps me help them is knowing how they feel. Like knowing the help and support that they may need, because I've experienced that too. So I try as much as I can take the load off of them. Whatever it is that I can do to help, whether that is physical or just moral support, whatever I can do, I'm going to do it.
I'm about to run up to Castlemont right now, man. So a student just got shot up there. A student just got shot at Castlemont, and we have an East team. East team is gonna go out there, and I'm citywide. So I'm gonna go out there too. How old is he, Ed? He a junior? Okay, I'm gonna tap back in with you about it, okay? Okay, all right.
We are a support team. We're there to give additional support to the students, to the staff, to make things easier on everyone.
My day-to-day is I get to the school, I greet everybody, I walk the hallways, I got a bunch of students that calls me mom, call me auntie. The first ones to come up to me, greet me. Can I take them to do this and that? That gives me joy.
Gun violence with students is a major problem, but it may not necessarily happen at the school. Them being shot outside of school because of confrontations that happen during school is very normal.
As a violence interrupter, my biggest fear for the kids is that they don't get the help that they need. I've learned from my short time in the schools that a lot of it only takes conversation.
So if they reaching out for support, I'm for sure not gonna not answer my phone and not try to show up and be of support. And if I need additional help within that process, I know I have a team that can show up with me to get the outcome we're looking for.
BSU leader.
We're taking care of folks in the immediate, but how do we start to change the environment itself? And so in that space, we actually have our very first program here at Youth Alive, which is Teens on Target. It is a peer education program where we train high school peer educators to then teach a violence prevention curriculum in the middle schools that they came from.
We are mentors for our students, so they come to us when they might be making the biggest choice or decision in their life. We are in 3 high schools in Oakland, California. We are at Fremont High School, Skyline High School, and Castlemont High School. In order to help them or to be a mentor for them, we have to listen to what they're saying. We provide them with stipends, so our students are paid for everything they do in our program. We always make sure they have transportation to wherever they need to go. We also provide them with leadership training, whether that be public speaking, classroom management. We also provide just a space for them to become who they want to become or should become.
A lot of the kids that I help, they're Latinos, African American, some of them are Asian. I'm part of the Pathways program. I'm supposed to lead these kids to a good future. I'm doing coaching for them on a daily basis. I go to the high school from when the school starts until the school ends, and I just check in with the kids that I help out. Basically, these kids get into situations every week, fights, bad behavior, situations with their partners, situations with other students, and I just try to help them out so they won't go into a bad route.
One of my goals for Youth Alive has been for us to be recognized as a major player when it comes to state policy. So that's responding to violence like the public health crisis that it is. That's healing trauma survivors. So it's been a matter of figuring out what does it look like for this organization that does great community-based direct service to now be a policy and advocacy organization. What bills do we support? What bills do we sponsor? What are the things that we are asking of our elected officials? what are the things that we want the state of California or the city of Oakland to do differently? Being able to identify that has been a process over the past few years. And what we came up with are those policy priority areas where we understand we have an expertise that very few organizations at the state level do.
About a year ago, we had local elected officials from all around the country, so city council members, county board of supervisors, come to Youth Alive to hear about our school-based programming. Because Oakland Unified voted to no longer have police on campus. So we had to innovate ways to keep our campuses safe. And one of those innovations that came out of this process is school-based violence interruption, a program that we were already running in our streets. And the streets that are most impacted by violence, we are now bringing to the schools. And this is a brand new program. We are one of the only places in the country that is doing this.
The most significant successes that we've had in Youth Alive's policy and advocacy work has been a historic investment from the state of California, $209 million that Governor Newsom proposed in 2021, and Assembly Bill 28, which created a tax on firearms and ammunition that goes directly towards funding violence prevention and intervention work throughout the state of California. That was passed in 2023. Those two things are historic investments in the kind of work that we do and have created a pathway for the state of California to show the value of this work. And since then, other states have followed our example.
Appreciate you, Leah, for putting this together with you, girl.
I believe it is up to us as the adults in these kids' life to show them better, give them better influences, make sure they know how to regulate their emotions, that they don't have to act out to get some type of support in their life.
You don't realize just how optimistic everyone is here and how much hope people have until you meet our staff. Because you hear violence prevention, right? And the work is heavy. And then you come into the office and you hear people laughing and you kind of see people kind of bouncing through the space and checking in with each other. You start to realize that if you're gonna do this work, you have to truly believe that Oakland can be safer. And you have to truly believe that the people we work with deserve the chance to have a safe community and to heal from the trauma they're experiencing. It is a superpower that folks have here.